Yabona nje apha phambi kaka nje uyayibona ngakwazi uyilandela naye kaka ndizibonele ngokwami and ayikho enye indlela ungayibiza ngayikaka leyamba akusamanzi omdaka ikaka uyayibona ukubala ukuthi ikaka.
Hi fam and happy Friday. Our latest will be about the developments between the DA and the ANC in relation to Government of National Unity. Yesterday, an explosive letter from the President to the DA leader John Steinhuisen was leaked on Twitter. Mr. President was basically telling the DA to stop playing unnecessary games. He feels that the DA is demeaning and undermining the concept of Government of National Unity. He told the DA to make a decision, stay and cooperate or leave. Let's read the first and the last paragraph of that letter since it's too long. Dear John, thank you for the meeting we had yesterday. I thought we had a very good constructive discussion. Following the recent exchange of letters between the DA and the ANC, I indicated to you that I do not believe that it is appropriate to negotiate through correspondence. Matters of national importance such as these are best conducted in face-to-face negotiations. Only when both parties agree that the discussions between them have reached the level of maturity and advance, then they can be reduced to writing to live up to the principle of transparency. I informed you that the habit of negotiating through correspondence as adopted by the DA can be problematic. I also informed you that we found the letter from your federal chairperson offensive, condescending, and inconsistent with the Constitution. The last paragraph of the letter said, I'm sure you are aware that the DA is not the only party we are negotiating with in setting up the Government of National Unity. Following my meeting with you yesterday, we have continued our negotiations with other parties that wishes to be part of GNU. As the ANC is leading the process of these negotiations, we had to consider the proposals from other parties. Therefore, what we discussed yesterday stands to be reconsidered. Last sentence, I must advise you that we are continuing to hold discussions with other parties over portfolios they could occupy as we seek to finalize the agreement on the GNU. I need to advise you that the task of setting up government is quite urgent and we cannot continue with this paralysis. I intend to conclude all negotiations and consultations this week. Until then, I remain open to having further discussions with you. On the other side, an old clip of Tabane calling John Steinhuisen Domkop emerged on social media yesterday, and people said Tabane was on point. Question is, what should the ANC do when things are like this? Should they let go of DA and maybe work with other progressive parties in forming the new government? On the other side, if they dump DA, they may need to work with the EFF and MK. Will that work? Listen to Tabane in the next slide and another clip of Mr. President. Please remember to also leave your comments down below and let us know of your take regarding what we've covered. And that's all we have for now. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you again next time. Bye.
You Steinhuisen and listen. You look around the world.
Point of order,
I want you to shut up. I really do want you to shut up.
President.
Because
Honorable order.
You know, John Steinhuisen, you know what, sometimes when you are illiterate and you have what is called organic intellectualism, like a Claudi, you know. You can't accuse Claudi. You can accuse Claudi of many things. You can accuse him of not having it, but you can't accuse him of being a fool. In Afrikaans, a Domkop. You can't accuse him of that. I'm not sure about John Steinhuisen, because how do you write a letter to the president of a country and say, Julius Malema, because of his chant, South Africans are out in the streets on each other's necks. They want to kill each other. Mr. President, how can you allow this situation? People are pouring into the streets trying to kill each other. This is what he wrote in the letter. I'm not exaggerating. Go and read it on Media 24, wherever he's published it. Go and read John Steinhuisen's letter and tell me, would you not call him a Domkop after you read that letter? Because, first of all, it's lies. It's a lie that black people have so less of an agency that they can listen to one person and then go out into the street with assegais, man, and with spears and start killing boys. That's rubbish. John Steinhuisen is racist. Everyone just remind him of the poster that he approved and supported in Phoenix, which called people there racists, which called racists their heroes under his watch. Today, he wants to tell us that black people are so stupid that they will listen to one leader of a party that's not even number 2. His party is number 2. Their party is number 3 with 14% of the vote. All black people will listen to that party and start killing whites on the streets because Julia said so. What sort of strategic thinking goes into these things? I mean, we understand this election season. We understand that you have to justify your reason for excluding the EFF from the so-called moon-packed shot that is destined to fail. But please, man, we are not idiots. South Africans are cleverer than that. They will decide at the polls whether they like the Red Berets or not. And they will decide to what extent they like them. But they are not going to be hoodwinked by you grandstanding internationally.